Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Zach, and as you can see, I'm a Dominos delivery driver. Now up until a month ago, this was one of two jobs I had. I was also an Amazon delivery driver. Recently I've stopped the Amazon and I'm doing Dominos full time. Doing around 5 shifts a week, 20 shifts a month. And I'm gonna be filming over my next 3 shifts. I'm gonna be calculating how much I make when adding in my day rate, which is £10.58 per hour, my petrol allowance, which is £1 per delivery, and also the tips. And back in 2020, Dominos stopped using cash completely. Tips went from regular tips, because people were paying in cash, to few and far between. We're going to be taking the average of our 3 shifts and we're going to calculate how much you can imagine making in a whole month at Domino's and whether it's sustainable to do this full time. Now my initial thoughts, the petrol money does really add up. I know you've got wear and tear in your car and you've actually got to pay for petrol. Oh, and guys, we're also going to be calculating how many miles we do throughout these 3 days, but the petrol allowance really does add up, even though it's gone down from £1.25 to £1, and it's time to get to work. It's 2 p.m. on a Sunday. Today should be pretty busy. At the time of filming, I'm in Liverpool and they're in their first final of the year against Chelsea. So as I'm in the city of Liverpool, I can imagine a lot of people ordering Domino's. All right, first delivery. Right, so we get slips like this for every stop. As you can see, this says 16 because that's Domino's 16th delivery of the day. It is £19.48 and there's one pizza on one side. It's a good way for me to keep count of how many deliveries I do in a day as well. Also, we have to log into an app which pretty much has nothing to do with us. It's all about following metrics, seeing how long you stay in the car park, filming YouTube videos, etc. But I log in and there's a GPS. Yeah, let's get going to our first stop. Oh yeah, and I've just pulled over because I forgot to film this. We've got 181 miles left. When we finish our shift today, we're going to see how many miles we have left. And I'm going to calculate how many we drove today. Right. Delivery number 1. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi.
Alright, it's my second delivery. First was 3 miles away. This is 1.9 miles away. As you can see, they got 1 big pizza, 8 sides, and 2 drinks. So probably gonna be a family sharing, watching the match that kicks off in 10 minutes time. Right, delivery number 2. Got the drinks in this one, pizza in this one. Right, yeah, the second customer today ordered specifically to watch the final with his Domino's. I think that's going to be the case for pretty much everyone today. And the game kicks off in 1 minute. I'm going to throw some commentary on whilst driving. Good part about being a delivery driver is you can just listen to something whilst you're driving. It's pretty peaceful in that respect. Right, I'm taking 2 out now to 2 different places. There's currently 3 drivers in, and I think there's a lot of deliveries coming in. So the staff inside, they're calling up all our drivers to come in. So I think I should really crack on for a good hour right now. Make sure I do as many as I can and not film. I'll see you in maybe an hour's time. Alright, 7th delivery of the day. Liverpool are winning 1-0 in the final. All's well. Alright, yeah, no problem. Hey, don't worry about it. How you doing?
Alright, yourself?
There you go, yeah, good. Have a good day.
Stay safe.
You too. Well, I've just done my 8th delivery of the day in 2 3/4 hours. It's actually Domino's 49th of the day, so they've been doing well. The time is 4:43. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but Liverpool didn't get that goal. I think it was something to do with VAR. as usual. Good start to the day, £2 in tips as well. Decent little start. If you're liking today's video so far, go ahead and smash that like button because it helps YouTube show this video out to more and more people. Alright, are you okay?
Yeah, it's alright.
Right, good news for me and good news for Domino's. We're on our 11th delivery of the day. Liverpool with 2 minutes to spare of the extra time got a goal against Chelsea and have now won their first trophy of the season. So yeah, now Liverpool are the EFL champions, and it's good to see Jurgen Klopp get at least one trophy in his last season of the manager of Liverpool. So yeah, let's crack on, guys. Hello, you okay? Hi. There you go, your dips in there as well. There you go.
Thanks very much.
Sometimes if the person's dip's still in the bag after I've handed them the pizza, you see the panic in their eyes. Where's my dip? Don't worry, I don't forget dips. I don't forget dips. Right guys, the time is 8:15. We have now been in for 6 hours 15 minutes and we are on our 18th delivery of the day, but the rush has just stopped. It was super busy following the Liverpool win. Now it's slowing down a bit. I've just been asked to go home, but I rejected it, and I'm hoping to do at least 20 deliveries today. So we got 3 more including this one. Let's get going. Alright, are you okay? Yeah, man. There you go. Enjoy that. And I'm hoping to reach the £100 mark today. Doesn't usually happen, but it happens. Mostly on the weekend when you start early, like I did today. See, the normal time to start at Domino's is usually 5, 6 o'clock. And then you're only working till like 11, 12. So you're getting, you know, 5, 6, 7 hours max. Hi, you okay?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, nice one. Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye. Well guys, I didn't film my last delivery, but I got 20 in and I did 7 hours 15 minutes. So to calculate my wages for today, it's 7.25 times 10.58, and that gives us £76.70p. Now we also did 20 deliveries. That should give us £96.70p, and I did £2 in tips, so our final rate for today was £98.70p. So for the £20 of deliveries, you don't have to pay tax on because it goes towards your petrol and wear and tear. You don't need to claim it with HMRC. That's separate. Same with the tips. So we have 125 miles left. We had 181 to begin with, which means we used 56 miles today. Now we'll keep that in mind and see what we're really making at the end of these 3 days. But for day one, we're finished. And I would have liked to get over the £100 mark today because I don't think I'm going to do it on the other 2 days. But regardless, if you haven't liked this video already, smash like and I will see you again tomorrow. Right, it's 4:30 the next day. Day 2 of our Domino's experiment. I'm about to head into work. Let's get going. Right, we have 2, or in Domino's terminology, a double to start us off with today. Hello, how are you? There you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy that. Out on my 3rd delivery of the day. This road is always busy. I know there's a red light now, but there is traffic going up all the road. Walton Vale, if anybody is watching from Liverpool, you may know it. But yeah, when you go this way, it takes you 10 minutes to just do a delivery. That's up the road. Hi, how are you?
Right. Good, thank you. You fine?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much.
One more box.
Okay.
There you go, enjoy
Thank
that.
you.
See
See you
in a bit.
later.
Bye. Delivery 4. Yeah, it's rather quiet today. So yeah, it took 1.5 hours to do 4 deliveries. We also started on 183 miles. So we've done 8 so far. I think it's gonna be a slow night, and I'm hoping I don't get asked to leave too early. Hi, Dominos. Sure. Not for me. Oh, is it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just coming out. Hey. There you go, enjoy that.
Thank you.
See you in a bit. Right, we're 3 hours into our shift and on our 7th delivery, and then we've got our 8th right afterwards. Hi, how are you doing?
Alright, good, thanks.
Good. Here's your drink,
Cheers.
here's your pizza.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
that, man. Bye.
Yeah.
Hi, you okay? There you go. You know, when I was a kid, there used to be a meat shop in this Rice Lane leisure park. It's not a leisure park, whatever it is. And there was a meat shop called Crawshaw's Fresh Factory. Now that's not here now, but they've left the sign up there. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how long that's gonna last. But yeah, I always wondered what happened to that meat shop. So I'm on my personal 11th delivery of the day, but I'm on Domino's 87th delivery of the day, £35.46. Meaning I've done about a tenth of every delivery done today. There's been about 6 or 7 people in today, so that makes sense, seeing as I came in at 4:30. But yeah, considering there's not that many drivers in, we had a bit of a rush, and now it's slowed down a bit. The one delivery that was left on the screen, thankfully, was my delivery, so the rest of the drivers are now sat in store whilst I'm out. So we actually made a little tip, a little £1.10. Yeah, not bad. Hi guys, well, the inevitable has just happened. I've been let go after 4 hours and 15 minutes, making just £44.96p in my day rate. That's £10.58 times 4.25. I also did 11 deliveries and made £1.10 in tips, which brings us to a grand total of £57.06 for the day. Ooh, that's the brutal reality of it, guys. Sometimes you just can't make up your hours, you know? During Christmas time, they'll take on a lot of drivers. This is the same with all delivery places, takeaways, Amazons and everything. And then you're left doing 4-hour shifts or 4.25-hour shifts. And if it's that every day, it's not really viable when you've got bills to pay and mouths to feed. But yeah, I guess it's an early night for me. And PS, day 2, we used exactly 40 miles. Hi guys, how you doing? It's day 3 of our experiment to see if you can work at Domino's full time. Today I'm just running a few errands. I've got some busy days coming up. I'm gonna go in at 5:30. I've had to ask to go in today. I'm hoping to do 5 hours maybe. Yeah. Now, a couple months back I put out a YouTube short, which was a bit of a day in the life of a Domino's driver in short form content. That has 72,000 views, and I'm going to be reading some of the comments on there. I'm responding to them before we go into day 3. Keep doing the Lord's work for all us stoners. A lot of very interesting smells when I'm waiting at the door and passing the pizza over to people. So taxman takes his cut, and then you have to fund your own car, pay your own fuel and car maintenance out of that. We all know how expensive cars can be. I'd have to say that's a super good point. I did a delivery in Liverpool. I left with the pizza and no car. Very funny, very funny. So if you didn't know, the city I'm from, Liverpool, has a bit of a reputation for people robbing stuff. I'd say it's a bit over exaggerated, to be honest. I've never had any issues, and I've been an Amazon driver and Domino's drivers for absolute years. I'd say Liverpool's a lot less dangerous than people may think. This is exactly why I started working for myself. I've done dozens of these jobs to take advantage of our time. I'm 35, and for 15 years I worked for companies that pay you 0 to nothing for all your time. I take my hat off to people who can do it, but I hated it every day. Respect to you, mate, for grafting though. You know, if you got the hours in, I think it's alright. The only problem is getting the hours in. But of course, there's more money to be made out there. Knocking on the door like a SWAT team, hey, that's funny. I used to tip delivery drivers, but all the big pizza companies now charge a delivery fee on top of your food. Yeah, I don't know what Domino's is. I think it's something like £3, and obviously, if somebody's paying so much for delivery fees, then they'll be less inclined to give money to the driver, which I guess is taking the money out of the driver's pocket and putting it in the company's pocket. I don't know. Don't be offended, but that's probably somewhat true. Well, it's day 3 of our experiment to see if you can work here at Domino's in the UK full time. Now, to be honest guys, I do about 5-6 hours per night on average. So 25 hours a week, let's say, on average. Maybe 30 on a busy week, which is not that much, but it's our final day of the experiment today. We're gonna see how much we made. We're gonna divide them by 3 and then times them by 20 to work out how much you can imagine making as a Domino's delivery driver here in the UK. Let's get going. Right, today I'm going on a stock run to Stonedale, which is the nearest Domino's. I'm dropping off some dough because the other store is running out of this dough, but I'm just parking at the front of the Domino's store to get everything in my boot correctly. Just a few dough for the other shop. Now we're on 171 miles, and I don't know how much I get for this stock run, but I will get something for the stock run, so keep watching and I'll let you know. Right, delivery number 1. Are you okay?
I am.
There you go.
Thanks very much
Take
indeed.
care.
Cheers.
Bye. Right, the time is 6:55 and we're on our second delivery of the day. That's 1.5 hours for 2 deliveries. So I think the trip to Stonedale I made was £3, so it's £5 already in petrol. Not so busy. There's a lot of drivers in, so hopefully a lot of drivers are wanting to go home, because I can't be doing a 3-hour shift tonight, I'll tell you that. Alright, how are you? Here we go. Right, the time is 8:42. I've been in for 3 hours 15 minutes thereabouts. I'm on my 6th delivery of the day. It's been quiet, but at least we've got 3 hours in so far. Because I'm trying to get to 5, and I'm a bit iffy about it today. wrong door.
Hi, mate, thank you.
Enjoy that, man.
Sorry.
Well, I have no idea what that siren is. Well, guys, I'm a little bit disappointed to share this, but I've been let go and sent home after 3.5 hours. The time is 9 p.m. I've done 6 deliveries in that time, but with the Stonedale stock run, we'll call it 9 because that's an extra £3. So we made £9 in petrol today, alongside our day rate, which isn't the best. £37 and 3 pence. Plus 9, £46 and 3 pence. Along with that, we've done 43 miles on the car tonight. Now I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna get refreshed. Busy day tomorrow, but in the morning I'm gonna put a little outro together and I'm gonna do all the mathematics, put it down on paper, and I'm gonna be making an assessment on whether I think based on 3 days you can be a Domino's delivery driver in the UK full time. Right guys, it's the next day. How we all doing? I'm about to go for a little sauna session. I wrote out my results of the 3-day experiment, seeing if being a Domino's delivery driver full time was viable. What I found out surprised me, and I don't want to come off as negative. Look, if I managed to do 20 deliveries in all the 3 days and I did 7 hours a day, it would be a completely different video right now. But the fact is, I took the average of the 3 days, and what I found is, so my day rate of the average of the 3 days is £52 and 89 pence. My average deliveries of the 3 days is 13 deliveries, 0.3 of a delivery, I don't know. And my average tip was £1.03, which means on my average day, I make £67 and 22 pence. Also use 46.3 miles of petrol. I don't use petrol, but let's just say that. Now doing it full time, 5 days a week, that would be a 20-day month. So I took my average day and I times it by 20 to find out that I would be making in wages £1,057.80p, £266 in petrol, and £20 and 60p in tips. Using a total of 926 miles, I would make roughly £1,344.40p. Now that would be based on 20 hours per week, which isn't an awful lot, you know. You try and do double that to be classed as full-time. And I saw by Googling that the average mile per gallon in the UK is 38.8 miles per gallon. And I used the fuel calculator to calculate the average miles per gallon cars cost to do 926 miles is what I would expect to do in a month. And that came up as £153.25. So the amount of miles I did in an average UK car would cost 153. Now in deliveries we made 266. You've also got to think about wear and tear on the car. You put miles on the car, yeah, £266 we made, and it'll cost for an average car 153.25. And I did the math of 1,344.4, which is how much we made altogether, minus the petrol expenses of the average car in the UK, which is 153.25, which gives us a grand total for an 80-hour week, for an 80-hour month, £1,191.15p. So we took that total, £1,191.15, and divided it by 80 to give us our hourly rate of £14.88 after petrol. Now I don't know how much of that would be taxed. Very little to be honest. It's not so bad, but wear and tear on a car, so hard to calculate, so hard to think of. It's different for different people. And if you're only getting 20 hours a month, I probably would recommend this job as a part-time job alongside a full-time job. I mean, it's good for me right now because I am focused on the YouTube a bit and the TikTok as well. So it's good to focus on that in the morning and then go to Domino's in the evening. But I have bills I got to pay, and I think I'm gonna have to look for something to do in the morning alongside this. But as I said, it's an important day for myself today. Today I'm getting married. Yes, me and Ksenia are finally getting married. I can't wait. I'm gonna get a quick sauna beforehand and then I'm gonna get going. I can't believe it. By the time you're watching this, I'll be a married man, and I'm happy to say it. Right guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to save money on your gas and electrics, follow the UW link in the description down below to get a quote and see if you can save money. Comment down below your thoughts on the video and whether you think Domino's should be paying more or that's just about right. And thank you so much for watching. Alright guys, take care.